How easy is it to assassinate a world's richest man? Just like this man, rent a yacht and go to the other party's island, and if you are afraid that the captain of the boat will get in the way, then kill him first, and then straighten the body so that it looks like it is still alive. In this way, once encountering a patrolling drone, the other party will think that it is just an ordinary fishing boat, and the boat is still 2 miles away from the coast. Who would have thought that there would be a killer who could snipe in such a bumpy situation? But Eddie not only has excellent professional qualities, but also a complete set of sniper equipment tailored for him by a mechanic. Before the richest man came out to swim, he hurriedly shot 2 shots first to adjust his crosshairs. When everything was ready, Ad disguised himself as fishing again. At this time, Musk had already come to the shore surrounded by security guards. Swimming once a day is a habit he has always had, and even if he knows that he has been targeted by a killer, he is not afraid. Just as the security guards started patrolling on jet skis, Eddie was already dressed and aimed at Musk. Because the distance was too far, he had to shoot with a little precaution, so he had to wait for a suitable moment. But seeing that Musk had already shown his head, the crosshairs suddenly floated up, and with the roar of the engine, it was the security guards who came to drive people away. There was no way, so Ad had no choice but to turn the gun and kill the people in the way first. Then he hurriedly loaded his gun again. I was about to re-aim at the target, but at this time, a red dot appeared on the radar, and the drone was really annoying. Fortunately, Eddie had prepared a signal jammer to carry with him, only to see that he pressed the start button, and the drone fell instantly. But this action also aroused the vigilance of the security guards, and with a shout, the accompanying security guards pressed Musk to the bottom of the water with a pounce. This is undoubtedly the quickest way to prevent headshots from snipers, and Eddie calmly counts. It's a pity that the security guard died for Musk in the wrong position a little bit, but Eddie didn't panic. As long as the target is still on the sea, then he still has a chance. Musk dived to the bottom of the sea again, and he was smart enough to know that he could not come out in the same place, and swam directly at the bottom of the sea for several meters. But how could this be hidden from Eddie? Ad succeeds in the impossible. Musk is dead, and he can finally abandon his identity as a killer and go back to living a civilian life. Although he doesn't know how to explain to his girlfriend, the first step to solve the problem is to face the difficulty, and he returns home at night, but he just misses Leah, who is waiting outside. When I came to my girlfriend's room and looked at me lovely son Eddie, I just felt that my heart was going to melt. So he temporarily abandoned his troubles and concentrated on being a daddy. As everyone knows, this scene was all seen by Leah. Eddie is a killer and the father of their children. The two met in the living room, and Leah asked only one question to the stranger she knew best.
You kill people for money.
No. Couldn't kill people for money.
Say it again.
I kill people for money.
You don't get it!
I kill people for money! Is that what you want to hear? Is that enough? Is it enough?
What Leah wants is Eddie's truth. The two finally sat down and had a good talk. After receiving Eddie's promise of retirement, he finally chose to forgive. But the next morning, the brother-in-law came to the door again. After hearing that his brother-in-law was a killer, he did not report it directly to the police, but contacted the local gangster wanting to help Eddie get in touch and make more money. Leah was immediately anxious. She just said last night that she was going to retire. Why was she made a comeback by her brother's words? Eddie hurriedly went up to comfort him and then said, "It's all up, Tom. A gang boss can't even rank among the people he's killed." Eddie went out to stabilize his brother-in-law and then discussed with the other party and the place to meet. The black boss was in a restaurant by the lake. At noon that day, he went to the Lake Torrent a boat alone, and when the brother-in-law had a good conversation with the black boss and was about to let the waiter serve wine, a touch of bright red spread on the table. The brother-in-law finally felt the fear. If Eddie wanted to kill him, it is estimated that he would be dead. I don't know how many times.
You're an artist, Norman.